Wakey, 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 wakey. Rise and shine. Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. How is everybody? I can see that Igor is number one in the YouTube chat yet again. Congratulations, Igor. But I don't see anybody else at the moment. The key light is off. I'm leaving it off for the moment because it is so hot in here already. It is boiling hot here in the UK at the moment, and especially here in Northamptonshire. I hate to think what the temperature is, but we're pushing up towards the 30s for the end of the week. And when I've got all the gear on in here, it turns into a sweatbox here. Plus, we've got two dogs. We have got Coda and we've got Marley with us. So if they're both in here tonight, oh boy, is it going to be a warm one. Is it going to be a warm one? I could be dashing out to get a towel. A wet towel. Who knows? Who knows? Ollie, 2K, good evening, my friend. And also Welsh boy, Dello to you too, my friend. Dello to you too. Yeah, so we have got the fan on. I'm actually going to turn the fan up a little bit already. Are we ready for tonight? Oh boy, are we ready for tonight? No, I don't think we are. Number one Pops is on fire at the moment. He is going to be my main competitor, I think, in this this evening. He's been going really, really well this week. Absolutely blindingly fast. Can I get a couple or even three finishes ahead of him? I really don't know. I'm really not quite sure. Also, tonight, not sure at the minute because I think Matt has dropped out. At the moment, it's a bit unsure as to whether I am hosting tonight or Hulky. I don't know whether Hulky's got a reserve driver for Matt or not. If he has, then obviously we'll have a full grid and there won't be room. If he hasn't, then I guess Hulky will probably host and do all the bits and bobs. I hopefully am ready. I've got one very quick test that I need to do, and that is if I come across here and I go wheel of names, does the wheel of names pop up in the display? At the moment, the answer to that is no. I was hoping that... Oh, there we go. Okay, I have to... Looks like I have to force it to display. So we've got that for a little bit later on. I think now I can just turn it off and on. That's all right. That's good. That's good now that we've got that working. So managed to just drop that in there just in case I'm doing the bits and pieces later on. Rita, good evening to you, and GT Tom as well. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Do you know what? I put a really big shirt on. It's oversized, this shirt, thinking it would be cool. It's actually getting quite hot and sticky already. So I could be changing my top. I've got two other tops up there. So what we'll do is we are going to start the race. I'm not worrying about qualifiers or anything like that tonight. I'm just going to check them on the Racing Hard tyres. I'll just put you on spectate so you can just see what's going on for the moment. Basically what is going to happen is we're going to do a little bit of practice, maybe 2 races, maybe 3, depending on how Hulky is going. Good evening, Hulky. 2, maybe 3 practice races. You can run whatever tyres you want, and then we'll be dropping into the main event with Hulky. We'll then be running the 3 races. The first one is obviously a qualifier, which we'll do on softs. Then for the race, you can use whatever tyre you want. And then race 2 is a reverse grid of the first race, I believe. And then the third one, we spin the wheel. That jumbles the top 7 racers. And again, throughout all of the races, you can run whatever tyres you want. We're all going to be in the Mazda Atenza GR4 car. So identical equipment other than the tyres. It's just the tyres that are the difference in this particular one. So we've got at the moment, Stiggy is out on track. Ponyboy is in the pits at the moment. Rita is also in the pits. Welsh Boy is in there. He's teaming up with Greg. I'm an independent. I'm in the pits also. Galacticor is in the Volvo livery. Greg White, there you go. He's in the Audi livery with Welsh Boy, I think it was. And Stiggy is a reserve driver for somebody. I can't remember who tonight. If you want, I host because Muttley's not racing. I'll still let you spin the wheel of names. It's up to you. Hulky, take it over, mate. Take it over. It's your gig. I'm more than happy for you to take over. What I'll do is I'll run the practice session as I normally do. And then you give me a shout in the chat when you want me to take over. And the show's all yours, my friend. I am more than happy to do that. I'm assuming you're going to live stream it on your live stream, which will be good as well. I think that also from 9:15 when we go live, Jack Fury will also be streaming the commentary. So if you want to listen to that as well, then you can do so. We've got 7 of us in at the moment. I am going to get out on track. I'm going to be a lot more quiet than normal tonight. Very often when the key light is off, it means it's serious stuff. The key light is off, it is serious stuff. And I want to try and get a few laps in to just get settled in before number 1 jumps in and starts to show me how to run this race. So a quick drink. Can I also say thank you to V Street 43 for subscribing to the channel an hour ago. Thank you very, very much. Terry in his best Murray Walker voice, go, go, go. Well, there you go, my friend. I will go, go, go. The lights are green. We go, go, go at Brands Hatch. And it's Mitchell Morgan behind Greg White, going a little bit wide into the first corner. Greg White with a perfect line. As we come up towards the Palmer Sport Bridge, hard on the brakes. We're going to turn in second gear, chasing down Greg White now. And that is as much commentary as Ian out of me because I need to get serious. I'm going to largely leave you guys to have a chat on the chat tonight. During the actual races, I will probably very much have it turned off. I'm going to turn the volume up a little bit at the moment. These settings might not be exactly the same as Hulky's. So this is like to simulate the day before practice. So the weather might be slightly different. We're still on tyres 1 and fuel 5, but that's all the same. Most of the other settings I've got as Hulky would. It is literally just the weather that might be different. So the racers will just need to keep that in mind in this practice session. I don't like going through there in fourth. It really does not work. We did do a session earlier on at lunchtime, and Greg, myself and Rita were running, and just tried a few different things, but the only thing I really proved to myself is none of the new things really worked. Braking a little bit later, turning differently, throttle inputs, gear changes. There's a lot of things I was trying to do differently, and for me a lot of them didn't work. Like staying in fourth gear for this corner. Now, the other thing I found out as well to my cost, and it was really interesting earlier on, when I first start running this race, and I think it's because of the light, I've lost one of my brake markers around the track. As the light changes, because I have mine, it wasn't on ×1, that little brake marker appeared. So it'll be very, very interesting to see whether that little brake marker is here in Hulky's setup or not. I am going to need to get out and do a few laps when Hulky opens the room proper, just to see what's happening. The other thing, earlier on, Greg said he was using one of the tree shadows as a braking marker. Of course, I could be running a different weather pattern, I could be running a different day to Hulky. So again, relying on shadows, not necessarily the best idea, even though I've got a couple of shadows that I noticed I'm relying on at the moment. So you know, it's all going to be a bit of a learning curve, this particular one, but we'll see how we go. My aim for tonight is the same as last week. I want to try and stay at the top of the bottom half of the races. So you're going to find the likes of Jack Kobe, Greg White, Gamer Dan, Welsh Boy. Those guys are going to be running away. Grenster will be ahead of me as well. Yeah, those guys and a few others are going to be well ahead of me. I want to try and stay ahead of the chasing group. And the main person that I'm up against at the moment in the championship is number 1 Pops. He's behind me by only a few points. And for those of you that have been watching my streams this week, you will know that number 1 Pops has absolutely been on it. And I'm going to have to, I think it could be quite interesting. We could well end up with an on-track battle between the two of us. I think then it's going to come down to who's the bravest, who can keep it on the track. And as you can see, I'm pushing hard and already making mistakes. So yeah, we'll see how we go. Unfazed, thank you for the good luck, and good luck in your race as well. Unfazed is heading over to race with Indian Stig this evening. He's got a 1-hour endurance race, the GR3s around Mount Panorama. So I believe that Unfazed is going to be streaming that on his stream this evening. So if you can and you've got time and you're able to, please head over to his channel and just show him a bit of love. Maybe drop him a comment saying, hey, Mitchell Morgan sent me over. He said to say hello and how's it going? I'm hoping that number 1, Unfazed can come away with a podium in that particular race this evening. He has dropped out of the BTCC for personal reasons. He's going to be missed on the grid, but obviously that is one of the fast races that's gone. So that does give me the opportunity to potentially pick up an additional point, depending on who's taking his place, of course. And that I don't know what's happening. It could well be that one of the other fast racers has jumped into his seat, and therefore the whole thing is neutralised from that point of view. Who knows? Who knows? But good luck, Unfazed. We wish you well. And please say hello to Indian Stig for me. It's been a while since I've been in one of his lobbies. I really must catch up with him again at some point. But in the meantime, I need to shut up and get on with this. Really want to be looking for 132 around here. Got a 133.9. Got a 133.8 is the fastest one. We really need to be pushing harder than that. Where are we gonna? Okay, I am going to start this one in just a moment. And I really do mean in a moment. In other words, now. So I'm going to be going with the Racing Hard tyres initially. So we got Greg White, Welsh Boy, Pony Boy, myself, Rita, Galactical and Stiggy on track at the moment. I'm actually going to give them until 16. As soon as that time it goes to 16, I am going to get this one underway. It did go over to 15 as soon as I pushed the go button. As I say that, we've just got somebody else jumping in. Oh, Jack Kobe got him by the skin of his teeth. Absolutely by the skin of his teeth. As soon as he's in his car, we are going to be going. Don't know what tyres he's on, but there we go. We're going to get going. Let's start this one. So we're doing a 15-minute one here. That'll take us up to around about past. We'll then probably do another 15-minute one very quickly to take us up to around about 1:45, at which point I will check in with Hulky, who will say, do another or hand over. Hulky will be in a driving seat once we've got this little bit over. This is the unofficial practice. There will then be a little bit of practice leading up to the quali on Hulky's stream or Hulky's lobby. Oh, got a false start there. Good evening, Jack Kobe. Greg White was false starting all the time earlier on. He's got away to a good one there. Well, 3 wide through there. I'm not quite sure who was behind me, but I had Jack Kobe going through on the inside and Stiggy on the outside. One of the things I've got to watch is that corner, because I'm taking that corner slightly differently to everybody else, and I ain't going to catch people out with a little bit of bumping through there. So I am in a little bit of a quandary as to do that. I have found that I can get out of that corner quicker and carry more speed down the straight, but am I going to catch the guys out behind? That is the question. Oh, that was really too late through there. Got caught up under the back of Jack Kobe there and completely missed my braking point. There you go, you see this. You get better speed down this long straight if I do that, but it does mean I'm going to catch a few people out on the way in, because it is very much a slow in, fast out. Oh. Jack Kobe in front, very quick. We've got a half-second penalty. I've got that a couple of times recently, and I cannot understand what and where, which is annoying me a little bit. So somewhere I'm just pushing things a little bit too hard, and of course track limits around here are going to be an absolute race killer, so it's something I need to watch out for. OSR Ace, how are you doing, my friend? Thank you for popping in, saying hello. Right now we'll just see how much that penalty hurts. We're going to need to stay over to the right hand side for this penalty. Galactical just half a second behind. Or Galactical I think had a penalty too. That limited that the pain. But you'll see Jack Kobe now. He's disappeared. We were chasing Jack, and now he has departed the building. That is my worst corner on the track. Jack Kobe gave me one bit of advice earlier on. You need to be accelerating on the apex and not afterwards, and I am accelerating on the exit of the corner, certainly not the apex. Going to be very interesting to see what strategies people employ in this one tonight. Are people going to go with the soft tyres off the first, for the first race and see if they can bag some quick points? They're going to go with the hard tyres and just see how things settle in. Are they going to go mediums and hedge the bets? Going to be very, very, very interesting to see how this one plays out. There's been a few people that have saved their soft tyres till the very end of the last race, but I did notice last week that there were a few that switched. I believe Rita was one that switched and used the tyres to good effect on the second race, I think, and then had a very good run on the mediums. If I'm correct, I might be wrong. I'd have to look back to see, but I noticed a few people were doing that. Oh, that was bad, that one. So yeah, very, very interesting to see what's going to happen with the strategies today. Have I got the right strategy? I don't know. Ask me that in a couple of hours' time, and I'll let you know. And what am I running? Well, I'm not going to tell you. The reason why I'm not going to tell you is because I don't quite know. I've decided to think about a more dynamic approach to this one. So the last few races, I'd sort of made up my mind on what I was going to do. With this one, I might see how the quali goes and how my finishing place is for race number one. And also in relation to number one pops, because that could dictate whether I am able to extend my points tally, whether it's going to be staying static between the two of us pretty much, or whether I'm going to be losing points to number one. So, you know, as I said, it could be very, very interesting to see what happens between the two of us. I have got one eye on Grenster as well, but over that track limit again there. I have got one eye on Grenster at the moment, but he is quite considerably ahead of me at the moment. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do anything about that. We'll have to see. So 6 minutes to run. Jack Kobe just playing with me at the moment. I think he can chuck this up the inside and get a move done anytime he wants. We are going to have the penalty to take on the exit of this one. Oh, we're on the grass. Oh, Jack followed me through there. You can see how serving a penalty hurts, because you're difficult to get across for the line, especially if you've got cars behind you. The car's sliding around a little bit at the moment. Not particularly measuring myself on Jack Kobe because he is very, very quick. If Jack doesn't win all three of these races, then I will be very, very, very surprised tonight. If anybody saw him on Rory Alexander's stream a few weeks ago when they were doing Brands Hatch in the daily races in the Alpha 4C, Jack Kobe was absolutely on it. He was... I might get this wrong. I think at one point he went second in the world, which was incredible. And even Rory was singing Jack's praises on how good he was. So obviously this is a very different car, but we got some very, very, very good races in here today. We're really going to tax a lot of the well, they're going to tax each other, they're going to push each other hard and make each other work, but also they're going to tax the ones in the mid, because if any of us can stay with any of the front runners, there could potentially be a point or two to pick up from one of the front runners based on the penalties. So if people are getting penalties, maybe there might be an opportunity to pick up something. Who knows? And in this one, I think picking up anything is going to be something, because I think that this is going to be a very, very, very tight race. I'm also thinking that there could be a little bit of rubbing in this one. I think the stewards could be busy because overtaking opportunities are few and far between. And if you've got an overrun on a car into a corner, the big question is, do you just tuck in behind respectfully, or you keep your boot in and try and get the car up the inside? So long as you don't rub the car off the track, I don't see that being too much of a problem. Oh, Jack Kobe just glitching a bit there. Oh, this is an overtaking opportunity when somebody goes wide. So that will be one overtaking opportunity if you can intimidate somebody into an error. So intimidation passes will be key around here. But otherwise, defensive driving is going to be key. Very, very, very key around here. I've just taken the wrong line there. I didn't realise what Jack was doing. I was too far over in the middle of the track, rather than over to the far side. I'm trying to use Jack's line through there. It's just taking me a little bit too deep. Jack is human, says Terry. Have you met Jack Kobe? There's nothing human about Jack Kobe. He's all alien. Work for it, my friend, work for it. He's going to get you up the car. No, it's off. Oh. Remember what I was saying about intimidation passing? Jack Kobe just invites you just to brake that little bit later. And suddenly you're in trouble and he just goes, thank you very much, I'll have that one. And through he goes. I did like that little fight earlier on. Oh, I got on the power a bit too early there. And then he'll run away now as we serve the penalty. Good evening, Hazard. Thank you for the like, my friend. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I missed him. I missed him. I can't even hit him. I can't even hit Jack Kobe to smack him over the line. That's how bad I am. But I'm not going to be racing with Jack Kobe. I am going to be racing with number one. So, yeah. Right, I've got outside out of that. Okay, there we go. That's good. So I'm not running with my key light tonight because it's serious stuff. I want to try and focus on the screen, focus on what's going on. And Borky, good evening, my friend. How are you? Hope you're well. Jack Kobe says, that was fun. I couldn't catch Greg, Pony or Welshie, so drop back to you. There you go. You see, he dropped back to my level because he knew he could beat me. That's what it is. That's what it is. I know. Right. Right, what we'll do is we're going to go one more. So I'm going to go race starting at XX35 for this one. So just 2 minutes and they've had fair warning. We're just going to go for it. I'm going to jump into the medium tyres for the next one. Just for a little bit of practice. What I am going to do, I'm just going to try and just lift that around a little bit, I think. If I can get a little bit more air. Boy, it's hot. Hot. I've got my massively oversized shirt on today, but Joe says, you can't wear that, it's acrylic, you're going to sweat like mad. And I'm just thinking, it's like the next best thing to not having anything on, because literally it is like 8 sizes too big for me. I'm absolutely roasting in here. So we'll do one more, which will start in just under a minute. Jack Kobe wonders what Dan is wearing tonight. Mate, I have it on official secret knowledge that zip nothing. He told me the other night, he says, I hate wearing clothes. And what he didn't know is I was talking to him while I was sitting in the garden at midnight in my boxers. I was so hot after the stream. I took the coda out and then just stripped off when I went back and just had to cool down. I was so hot. It was incredible. And I think it was last night Jo walked in and then she opened the door and was like, whoa, you're going to pass out in this heat. But there we go. Race's Edge, good evening. Nick Humphrey, Stiggy is in the house and totally insane. Liam started to do air conditioning units, proper professional air conditioning units now. He's a plumber. He's got his own business, and oh, I'm so thinking about getting one for the new house. The problem is where we put the big base unit. Right, I'm going to get going now. Hopefully everybody's ready. Yeah, it's where the big base unit goes. In this house, they've got a lovely area down the side of the house. Unfortunately, in the new one, the side of our house is next door's drive, and it's not really fair to put it in their airspace. So ideally I want one to go in the loft, but they don't really do them for the loft at the moment. It needs to be outside for decent air circulation, which means we might have to put it up above the path down the side of the house, but which don't fancy either, but we shall see. Right, here we go. Let's go. Don't get a false start this time. A long hold again. Now again, we don't know what tyres people are on. I could be on a softer compounder tyre for this one. That said, I could have been on a harder compounder tyre in the last one. We don't know. I feel like I'm one with Welsh Boy at the moment. We just seem to be these wheel tracks. Be braking and accelerating at similar places. Getting away from me a little bit at the moment. Greg's setting a 137.6. I'm on a 138.7. That's not looking good at the moment. But we are staying with the two guys in front, which is good. I'll keep looking in my rear view mirror for Jack Kobe to come flying up behind me. It's not happened yet at all. Could have just cut that one a little bit too much. I need to stop looking at Welsh Boy in front of me and work on the track. Drive my own lines. Greg just extending his lead at the moment. I think we've actually got in front of us two teammates. So Welsh Boy and Greg, I think, are going to be putting up a strong team for team points tonight, and that could eat into Jack Kobe's lead a little bit. Because I'm not sure. I think Kobe could be running as an independent this week, having lost his teammate. I don't know if that is the case. I don't know what Hulky's final decision was on that one. But quite clearly Welsh boy teaming up with Greg for tonight. I don't know if Dan is running, and if so, who he is teamed up with. For me, I'm still running as an independent tonight. I knew that I was going to be missing the last race and maybe even 2 races, so I thought it was best to go as an independent, and that way I'm not going to let anybody down. Also hosting, I struggle to listen on a chat forum, even one-on-one. Right, we're 5 minutes into this one. 4th gear through it doesn't really work for me. Push on and see if I can close this gap to Welsh boy at the moment. It is a second. He's just a little bit quicker than me, just an absolute gnats at the moment. So Welsh boy's gone 0.3 and a half, nearly 0.4 of a second faster than me on that lap. And Greg is just pulling away tenths at that time. He's 4.2 ahead of me at the moment. So it looks like we are going to have, this is the team to beat, and the guy to beat is now on my back bumper with 8 minutes to go. That is going to be a big ask. Now I don't know what tyres Jack Coby's on. I almost hope he's on the mediums, in which case we're on a fair fight. But like I said, you don't know what tyres people are going to be on in a race, so will be mixed tyres. Jack Coby 0.4 behind me at the moment, and catching. In the race, I'm not going to lie, I'll probably let Jack Coby through now and see if I could use him to catch up with Welsh boy, but for this one now, this is all just for glory. If I throw it off, I throw it off. So let's just see how long we can keep Coby behind. Not if we do that, we're not. Oh, Jack, you're glitching tonight, my friend. He's got the inside line for this one. It's not going to enable me to get the undercut through there. I've noticed that this car does get a little bit, loses a little bit of downforce and traction when you're tucked up behind somebody, and it can just skip on a little bit like it did there. it's not often I get to give Jack Kobe a little kiss through a corner. Jack, I don't know if it's worth, and I mean this honestly, I'm not messing around, I don't know if it's worth rebooting your router before the race. You are glitching left and right a little bit, unless it's me, but I was following Welsh Boy and he was absolutely rock solid. Gone a bit too wide there. Good evening, number one. Oh, see, Jack Kobe was right in the gravel then. I thought, yes, I'm going to get him, and then it just jumped back on the track. So I think it's just that it's just glitchy a bit left and right. I'm going to make it hard for anybody trying to get by. So it's going to make that difficult for the likes of Greg White and Welsh Boy when he gets into them. It'll be like, where is his car in relation to everybody else? Assuming it's not just me. Oh, Terry, I love it. He says, I think it's because Jack is an actual alien and he's got transportation features on his car. That isn't our direct quote. He's got a transporter tech on his car. He's transporting left and right across the track. Oh, I love that. That's cool. Yeah, I've got somebody coming up. Let's just transport left and right. Oh, no, I'm in the gravel. Let's just transport back on. Hulky, I think we need to look at that. We need to outlaw transportation devices. Not only has he got Kobe juice and Kobe rockets, he's now got Kobe transporter technology. Oh my gosh. So where are we? We're fourth at the moment, ahead of Pony Boy, who is also normally pretty quick. Greg and Welsh Boy have completely dropped me. Jack Kobe overtook me just a short while ago. He's dropped me by a good couple of seconds, getting on for 3 seconds now. I am pushing purple sectors, which is good. But these guys are ahead of me at the moment. Oh, that was a bit of a slide into that one. Again, just want to brake just a tiny little bit earlier into that corner. I know I'm on the medium tyres, but those lap times of mine I'm quite pleased with. Got 1:31.7 for fastest, and then 1:32, 1:32, 1:32, 1:32, 1:32. So I've been consistently in the 1:32s. Yes, I need to be faster than that. Jack Kobe's on a 1:30.3. He is on another planet. So 1:32.2, 1:32.3, 1:32.3. Can't read any more. And a 1:32.2, 1:32.6, 1:32.6. Dan, good evening, my friend. Didn't quite get on the power quick enough there. .128. Let's not get any more penalties. Missed my apex there by a country mile. the Ponyboy Galactical Stiggy behind me. In front, we've got Jack Kobe, Welsh Boy and Greg White. Jack Kobe's going to have to get in front of the two Audi cars because they are in the same team and maximising their points, whereas I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe that Jack Kobe's teammate is not racing this evening. Jack Kobe's going to be all on his own, so he's got to absolutely maximise the points for his team tonight. And likewise, I won't be racing next week, so I really need to maximise my points in this particular race. In the independents, I believe I'm right in saying it's Grenstar out front by about 10 or so points. I think I'm second with number one Pops behind, again only by a few points. So Grenstar with a healthy lead. The rest of us, we're all quite close together, and yeah, one bad race, one bad evening, and the whole thing is going to change quite a bit. So that is the last lap. Greg White with the winner, Welsh Boy and then Jack Kobe. We're going to come across the line to get fourth. I'm actually quite pleased with fourth. Quite pleased with that. How far off the pace I was, I'm not sure. 9 seconds, and so 9 seconds on a 15-minute race, so we'll see. Jack, the only reason I'm saying it is you are glitching left and right. There was one point where your car, I think it was at the first corner, you were like 2 wheels in the gravel, and then it jumped you back on the track. So your wheels were running along the curb. Once or twice when we were quite close, it was going a bit left and right. So I don't know, I'm just letting you know in case anybody's starting to call out anything, because normally you are so smooth on your internet. Welsh Boy, your car was fine by me, so might be an intermittent thing. Okay, hopefully. Or it might even be me, Jack. Could even be me. But when I was following Welsh Boy, it was silky smooth. So it's not a problem. It's just something I was gonna just pop out there. Listen, guys, I've got to get inside Jack Kobe's head somehow. Number one Pops, Jack was jumping and I was in spectating game. Okay, so it looks like it's not only me. It's just, I'm just letting you know, it's not a big issue for me as far as I'm concerned, and I don't want to upset anybody. I'm just putting that out there. Okay, Hulky, what are we doing? All reserve drivers' points are split in half, so if he scored 45 points means he gets 23 points instead of 4 points, and it's 36 means 18 points. Okay, no worries. Mitch, you have time for one more race before qualifying start. Okay, we'll do one more. We'll do one more. So I'm going to go for the soft tyres, and let's just let everybody know that we're going to do the race. I'm gonna go at, so I want to give Jack a moment of time. As soon as Jack's back. Because I think it would be useful for the guys to know whether that tech issue has gone away, so they can have a good race. So I think it's only fair to do that. Jack, I'm going to give you a moment or two, because I'd like you in here just so that we can see whether that that glitching has gone away, because that will make it easier for you and easier for everybody if we know that it's gone. So I'm just going to give it a moment or two. Hopefully Hulky's okay with just a couple of minutes, and then we'll get going. I could shorten the race to 10 minutes, but I'll leave it as 15 for the moment. So if it goes to 57 and he's not back, then we'll go. I'll go 58 because I'm just doing it. So regardless, we're going to go at 58, regardless of whether Jack is back or not. It should only be a couple of minutes to rebate a router. I feel bad saying something now, but if it was me, I'd like to know just so that I can cater for that in the race. No worries, Hulky, that's cool. Magic, that's great. Hello, Marley. How we doing, mate? How we doing? Yeah, you can't come up here, mate, because I'm racing. Yeah, I'll probably stink, mate. How's it going? So we're going to be going in just a moment. Or Terry's about to get some thunderstorms. We could do with a few of those. Right, I don't think we're going to get Jack into this one. You know it'll be, as soon as I start this, it'll be there. So Greg White, Danny C, Welsh Boy, Gamer Dan, Pony Boy, me, Rita, Number One, Galactical, Borky and Stiggy. What tyres am I on? I am on the... I'm going for the soft this time. Right, yeah, it looks like we haven't got Jack, unfortunately. Let's get this one away. You know full well he's going to jump straight in now. I just waited 30 seconds more. It's probably been ready, but it's... how long do you wait? I don't want to wait too late, so I'm going to make the whole racing late, then everybody's late, so need to be a bit aware of things. So we'll see how we go. Ran into the back of Welsh Boy there. And with this view, we were talking about this earlier on. I like being down low. It's like the real proper driving position, as it were, but very difficult to see your braking points and through the corners when you are right tucked up right behind somebody. So just had to try a different line there rather than taking Welsh Boy out. Spent an hour earlier on looking at the back of an Audi car. Well, it wasn't a whole hour. Very often Greg was chasing me, but figuratively speaking. And now I'm stuck up behind another Audi car. Oh, nearly dropped it there. That was jolly close. There's not a lot of overtaking opportunities in this one. If people are on it, very difficult to overtake. So you're sort of looking for, you know, a last minute dive into a corner or penalties. Oh, Greg's watching his mirror. He moved over to give Welsh Boy a bit of a slipstream there. Could see that he needed a bit of help. Welsh Boy's going to have to take that one tight because I'm right there. He's up the inside now for this one. I've got to take this one tight now. Thank you, Welsh Boy. It was some racing. You can overtake, but you've got to have somebody that's super respectful, and you've got to be super brave, and you've got to be super lucky in this, I think. We were side by side for ages. It was a long time coming, that overtake. Now I'm going to waste it by getting my line wrong through there. Oh, Greg White just with a wheel on the grouse there. Again, I'm very much aware I could be on softer tyres than these guys. Again, this car just braking traction through that corner when I'm tucked up behind somebody. I'm not sure if I gave Greg enough room through there. He is still going. I'm going to go for it. I think in the race I might have had to give him that back. I'm not sure. But this is elbows out stuff now. Craig's probably going to be able to overtake me anytime he wants. Proper rowboat out racing this is. While we're battling, Pony Boy's running away. He's 3.5 seconds down the road. All 4 wheels off the road for me, which compromised me into there, and I've got a half second. Somehow I'm back watching the back end of Welsh Boy's car. Oh no, got another one. This one I'm pushing really, really hard. Don't want to be doing that in the race. To use Welsh Boy slipstream to try and break away from game of down behind, if that's all possible. Or is Welsh Boy going to back me up into his teammate? Could be some team tactics could come in here. Assuming Welsh Boy knows I've got a penalty. Like we're going to be okay. Welsh Boy will run away a little bit now. Right, no more track limits please, Mitchell. Pony Boy some 4 seconds out front of me, I think, at the moment. Again, I am on the soft-dish tyres, so guys around me could be on harder tyres. This might not necessarily be representational of the race pace and how we're doing, but any which way, I've had some great side-by-side action with these guys up front, some of the faster racers. Really respectful going side by side through some of these corners. Is just, well, there's not many places you're going to see cars going through branch hatch corners side by side. That front tyre starting to wear a little bit. Wow. Work and see if I can close up on Welsh Boy at all. The shadows have moved. I've got my normal braking point back now, which is good for that corner. That gives me a little bit more confidence for this little last section. Jamie Dan and Greg White in a battle. Over the next 4.5 minutes, can I take the battle to Welsh Boy? I don't think I can. He's faster than me everywhere. So unless there is an unforced error, which is going to be highly unlikely, then I think I'm battling for a podium, but it's only going to be the bottom step. Say only, I'd still be really happy with that. Slow out of there. You're going to see that time ticking up big time now, maybe 2 or 3 tenths at a time on the clock. There you go, 350, 370, 380, 397. Yeah, lumping away now. Welsh Boy's got a bit between his teeth. Going nice. I'm also finding that that tyre is starting to give me a little bit of concern right now. Once we get down to about half warm, it really does tend to slide around a little bit. Okay, probably 2 laps more to go. Greg White with Game It Down right behind him. Hopefully they're going to stay in a battle because they're less than a second behind me now. And I'm battling with this tyre. So they're going to close up quickly, I think. Braking a bit earlier, just trying to get the pressure off this tyre a little bit into some of these corners. Oh, on the gravel there. I apologise, I'm not looking at the chat at the moment. There's just a lot of concentration going on here. Got a bit deep there. One more after this, and as you can see, Greg is right on my back bumper now. One lap of serious defensive driving. He's going to be in order here. Greg did say to me earlier on, cover the inside line. That's what we're going to have to do. Oh no, I think I pushed him out there. That would be a place given back in a race. Most definitely. So let's do that right now. Don't want to give too much away. I've got another car following down behind. You need to give one back to Greg. Oh, he's giving it back. I thought I ran him out wide. Oh, if we can do that. Sorry, Greg. Don't know if Greg is in the chat yet. I think he is. I'm sorry about that. Right, okay, we will be heading over to Hulky now. For sure. We will be heading over to Hulky. Welsh boy says, sweet battle that, Mitchell. It was a hard one. I tell you, side by side. You've got to really respect the guy that you're racing with to do that, and I could respect Welsh boy every day of the week. To be able to go side by side through those corners after corner after corner after corner. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Right, okay, we're going to head over straight over to Hulky now. and he's just announced that the lobby is open, everybody. So I'm going to hand over the reins to Hulky. Greg says that was fair racing, Mitch. Good defending. Thank you. I thought I pushed you off the track going into the first corner, which is why I let you go. I guess in the race, I've got to go with it. If Hulky gives me a penalty, I've just got to keep going. Keith Moody, good evening. Good evening. Thank you. Have a great race. I hope so. I hope so. Right, let's go. Showrooms. There we go. BTCC series round 4 Brands Hatch Grand Prix. Let's just get into there. And I am going to be back in 2 seconds. Bear with me a mo. It's better. Just splash my face with some water. It's a bit better. Tell you what, I won't put that down there. Put that over there. Oh. Don't fall off. Don't fall off. Oh. Wow, that was hard work. That was really hard work. Very, very enjoyable. But boy, oh boy, that was very, very hard work. Okay, we can go for racing soft tyres for the quali. We'll see how we go. Welsh Boys just thrown up Hulky's channel. Thank you for that. Please pop across to Hulky Racing's YouTube channel. He is going to be streaming live. He's not racing this evening, but he is going to be hosting this one. He's recovering from a hospital procedure, so he's unfortunately not able to physically race, but he is with us. So please pop into his YouTube channel, say hello, give him a like, give him a sub if you haven't already, and yeah, just share the love. Share the love. I'm racing. The chat is going to go down when we're actually physically racing, and also I'm not going to have the key light on tonight during the actual races. You're just going to get lit by the TV screen, so I apologise if my camera is a little bit grainy, but I just don't want that light fully in my face. I want to concentrate on the TV and just see what we can do. Also, Unfazed is running a hour-long race at Bathurst with Indian Stig this evening. He's also live streaming that, so that's another live stream that you could pop across and support if you want to. That would be nice. I know he would appreciate that a lot. And we're going to get out here and just get settled in. Now we're on Hulky's settings. I just want to just do a lap or two before we get into the proper racing. Mark has gone. My little brake mark has disappeared. I was worried that was going to be the case. That could be a track limit warning. All you guys out there in YouTube land, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate your support for my channel. You could do one more thing for me. you could expend just a few calories, or maybe even a part of a calorie, in smacking that like button for me. And if you're new around here or you haven't already, please smack the subscribe button. It really helps the channel a lot. It absolutely makes my day. Even more than racing with these guys. This is going to be a banger of a race tonight. 3 races. First one is decided with a qualifier. The grid is decided, not the race. Then we've got a qualifier for the grid. We can run any compounder tyres, hard, soft or medium for this one. Racing tyres obviously. We then go into a second race which has a reverse grid. And again, you can then run any of the 3 tyres, but not the tyre that you ran in the first race. If you ran the softs in the first race, you need to be running mediums or hard in the second one. If you get caught not doing it properly, oh boy, you're going to be in trouble. And then for the third race, Hulky is going to spin the wheel. We'll come up with a number. And from that number, the top 7 will be shuffled, but the remainder of the grid will be as it is. So there we go. I can just see that Hulky's put an R up. Let me just pop an R up there as well, just to say I am ready. Let's be careful when we hit the continue button. Some of you will probably see that Galacticor is on the hard tyre at the moment. He is not actually taking part in the qualifier. I can't remember all the details, but unfortunately he's got a penalty, which means I think he forfeits the qualifier for the first race. So if any of you are wondering why he's on that tyre, I suspect that is... well, I don't know why he's on it at the moment. It could be because that's what he's starting the race on. It could be that he's just going to do a few laps on the hard tyre and just making sure that he qualifies at the back of the grid. I'm not quite sure how it works. I know that Hulky's been talking to Galacticor about it, so everything's all good. And I'm going to make sure that I try to keep myself squeaky clean. I read through the rules again today, and as always, can you remember them when you're actually in the race in the heat of the moment? Oh, crikey. Am I on the wrong livery? Oh, I'm in trouble again. I can't see the livery, that's why. I'm going to be in trouble. I'm going to be in trouble. I'm going to be in trouble. I did that the other day as well. Thing is, because I've been doing a lot of practice with people and helping people, I've been racing in the other car and keeping this one fresh for the race. Because when you're streaming, you can't come out and change the oil and everything. So that's, if you wonder why, that's why I've got 2 Atenzas. One I do the practice in, and then this one that I've got for the race. Everybody else, of course, they can jump out and change the oil. Of course, I could have changed the oil because we did go into Hulky's lobby, but earlier on today, we thought that I was going to be hosting for Hulky. So, yeah, I apologise, Hulky. Sorry, mate. Thankfully, he's thrown it out there and we've changed. We are supporting Rapid Fit, and I'm glad to be doing that. That's the reason why I've got the 2 different liveries on the 2 cars. So I made sure that I was running the correct car. So I apologise, Hulky. But we are in the right livery, thank goodness. Whoa! Oh, we're in the gravel already. That didn't take long, did it? want to try and find some space for the quali. Got dirty tyres for the moment. Thank you, Ollie. Good luck to you. I don't know if you're racing tonight, are you? Anyway, good luck to everybody who's racing tonight. Regardless of what you're in, whether you're in the BTCC, whether you're in with Unfazed in Indian Stigs, whether you just set up your own lobby, daily races, whatever you're doing, I hope you have a good one. Right, let's just make some space. See Welsh boys backing off. That's enabling me just to back off a little bit. Jack Covey is backing off a little bit too there as well. Now Jack will go away from me, so I'm not too worried if I'm a little bit close to him. When does he boot it? Bit late on the apex there. That's going to cost me a few tenths. Not a brilliant lap. Track limit. I'm really not understanding where I'm getting my track limit around there. We're going to have to go again. as per usual. My fastest lap is my first lap. Number 1 Pops is going quicker. Stay on, stay on. No, that's going around. Use the barrier to stay in then, but that's going to cost me a lot. Just watching number 1 getting closer and closer and closer to my time. So he jumped in for some new rubber. This is slower, I think. Yeah, it's that's a bad corner. Injin Stig, thank you for the gifted membership, my friend. Thank you so much and good luck with your race this evening. I believe that Unfazed is overrunning with you. I don't know if any of the other guys are. Whoa, I'm off while I'm talking to the chat. Oh, against the barrier there. Thank you so much. Oh, Unfazed got it. Wow, what a coincidence. So Unfazed is actually joined Stig for this evening and he's just got the gifted membership. Haha, how cool is that? How cool is that? Thank you for the like as well. So when I've got my house move and everything sorted out, I'm gonna try and get out and visit a few of the lobbies, and you were one of the ones that's on my list. But thank you so much for the gifted membership. I really appreciate that. And Unfazed will be pleased to bits. He'll be pleased to bits with that. Yeah, good coincidence. Woof. Okay, right, so Gamer Dad, sorry, number 1 Pops at the moment is lining up right alongside me, but is he going to go quicker? Is he going to go quicker? Who knows? Right, 50 seconds, wait a second. Just jumped out the chair to just give my back a little bit of an air. I've got a fan running, but boy oh boy, it's warm in here. It's warm in here. So everybody's in the Atenza. We're going to be doing a 15 lap race based on the qualifying position for race number 1. You can use any of the tyres, hard, medium or soft. You don't know what anybody else is using. I'm in the middle of the pack for this one, so this is going to get rather interesting. We'll see how we go. Gamer Dan says, you're lucky you ain't down south. Been 29 today and hitting up to 33 the rest of the week. Oh man, that's hot. Yeah, I think Greg must be stewing down south. As long as the rest of you. All right. It's going to be getting warm over the weekend as well, and then cools down next week, which I'll be really glad of. If we're moving, I could do with the cooler weather. Or moving down. I really don't want to be moving in 30 odd degrees of heat. Let me just give Hulky a quick R, just to let him know that I am ready. Ollie, I think he lives right next to the beach, and it's baking 24/7. Can imagine. Terry, the temps have been climbing here for years, and the UK isn't built for it. It isn't, especially when our roads start melting. And Gamer Dan, well, he's from South Africa. He says about time it heated up. To be frank, yeah, we shouldn't moan about the weather. It is nice. So we've got Jack Kobe, I believe, is running as an independent. Well, not as an independent, one half of a team today. So he's still Team Renault in the Team Laguna thingy, Renault Laguna. So apologise, he's not an independent. He is running as part of a team, but he's on his own tonight. Danny is in the Primera. Greg White and Welsh Boy line up together, 3rd and 4th in the Audi car. Pony Boy in the, is that the Master Fit? The I can't remember the Vauxhall livery. Gamer Dan, I don't know what livery that one is actually. I can't tell from here. But he's in the green livery. I'm in the Rapid Fit. So we're both obviously independents. Number 1 Pops is running as an independent. Then we've got Rita and Stiggy lining up together. Rita is teaming up with Pony Boy. And Stiggy is teaming up with number 1. No, number 1 isn't an independent. No, I'm getting it all wrong today. Number 1 is teaming up with Stiggy. Borky is teaming up with Danny. And Galacticor is normally teamed up with somebody, but not sure. I thought there used to be 2 Volvos on the field. So Jack Kobe is a team, but he's only 1. Danny is teaming up with Borky, Greg White and Welsh Boy, Pony Boy and Rita, Gamer Dan independent, I'm independent, and number 1 is lining up with Stiggy. And then we've got Galacticor, the ender. So there we go. Jack Kobe is a team, but he's only 1. He only needs 1. No, I think it will probably hurt their points, but there we go. All right, I'm not going to look at the chat. That is now put away. Let's see what we can do here. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. I thought it was the false start. I always forget that. I was waiting for the lights. They didn't come off. Suddenly everybody goes away and you're sitting on the grid looking like a loon. We'll see if we can get on the back of this pack at all. Make up for the mistake. Again, no idea what tyres people are using. Again, I believe that Hulky is streaming this, and also Drat Fury is streaming it with comms. So we've got a few of us streaming this race. Risking the gravel a little bit there. Just a little thank you to Dan there. He got back on that one with the bump through the corner. Dan should be able to take me anytime he wants, so I'm going to have to defend hard. I was also trying to catch Welsh Boy up ahead in this little group that we're falling back from at the moment. Again, no idea what tyres people are on. Some of the fast guys could be on faster tyres to try and make the most of the first race and being up front. Oh, we're out in the gravel. That's number one storming through. Got dirty tyres as well. Oh, this is all going a bit wrong. So we need to get on the back of number one. Oh, we're off on the grass again. We're losing points at this precise moment. Number one with a lovely move on down there. pushing. Oh, I think that was over the track there. That could be a half second. It is. Means I'm going to lose my slipstream from Dan. I think any opportunity of getting on the back of number one. All I can hope is that number one is on softer tyres. He's on it tonight, as he has been all week. My one little mistake so far has really hurt, and at the moment I'm struggling to catch the two in front, despite absolutely going for it. It's constantly about 1.5 seconds. Massive slide through there, that's it, that's gone now. We're going to have to settle for 8th. And Tom will be in the split for the juggle. He could even be pushed right up the front, so we're going to struggle in this one tonight. We're losing points now. We've got a good chance of losing a lot more in the next one. down trying to pull a move on number one at the moment. Might do it. So number one got it fully covered. Oh, number one's got a penalty. Too far back to capitalise on that. But the point's slightly mitigated, so we've lost a point, I think. Point or two, maybe a point. Oh no, Gamer Dan got a penalty. No, so number one Pops did get taken 2 points away from me. Oh no. No, that was not how that one was supposed to play out. That was not how that was supposed to play out. So number one Pops is in 6th and I got 8th. Now I won't be in the split. I'm going to be at the first of the people that are not in the split. But yeah. A trip into the gravel there killed me a little bit, which was a real shame. But as I had said to everybody, a trip into the gravel is a killer. It can kill your race. Absolutely kill it. And but it's going to be nice because that's going to bring number one Pops and I closer together. I don't know the points. Don't know the points, Ollie. You'd have to have a look in the Discord. But I can't remember how many points there are between me and number one. And I'm not sure how many he's just taken away from me. I'm deliberately not looking because I don't want to put extra pressure on myself. I do not want to put extra pressure on myself. So I am not worrying about any of that right now. Right, I am going to disappear again. The split is for the final race, right? Oh, it is, isn't it? This is the reverse grid. You're right. This is the reverse grid. The split's the next one. I've got it wrong. This is the reverse grid, and then the next one is the split. Ah, okay. Yeah. I've got that wrong. I've got that wrong. So Jack's just reminded me. So I'm all over the place. My mind is on what we're doing. So so reverse grid, I'm now going to start 2 places ahead of number one, but I made 2 mistakes. One was the getaway on the start, and the other was getting a foot in or wheel into the gravel. So I need to just keep that in mind. As they say, always check the race settings. It's just a straightforward grid start. I thought it was a grid start with the false start. I thought that was what we were running. So I completely messed up my start there. I completely messed that up. Because I was waiting for the red lights to come on with my foot on the brake. Suddenly it went beep. Everybody went away, and I thought, no, I've got to go. I've got to start. So now we'll just leave the what's it engaged. Just let it rev out. Right, just make sure we're on the right tyres. It keeps on changing on me. So let's just go to track and make sure I am on the I'm on the race and medium tyres. That's all right. So somehow I've got to try and finish 2 places ahead of #1 Pops now. At least 2 in this one. But I tell you, the guy's on fire this week. In the lobbies, he's been rocking it. Absolutely rocking it. Just taking a little look at those tyres there while I was going around, and yes, going to be interesting. Going to be interesting, this one. It looks like #1 might be going for the softer compound to get on the back of me. He's got Rita between, but they're not on the same team. But he does know how Rita races. Rita can defend like crazy. She's a really good defender. So if she can defend hard from Pops, that might help me a little bit. It's all unknown. It's all up in the air. It really is all up in the air, this one. As I said to a few people this morning, I am just gonna run my race and see what happens. I'm going to assume that the Elgato audio is a little bit quiet. Oh no, it might be right. -15 should be okay. Oh, it comes out we're on track. So it's just a bit quiet. That's fine. Yeah, those choose your tyres. Let's make sure we're on the right ones. We are. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in this one. Oh no, it looks like the order has been shuffled. So I've got Gamer Dan is between myself and #1 Pops. Of course, that would be the case. But we got Welsh Boy and Greg White, who are very quick behind #1. And he's also got to contend with Pony Boy, Danny C and Jack Kobe coming through as well during the busy time. So actually, the 7th place, it could be a little bit of a difficult one. Could be a little bit of a difficult start position. I've got Stiggy in front of me who's pretty quick. I've got Gamer Dan behind me who's very quick. So if #1 can go with Gamer Dan and use him as a ghost, but Welsh Boy and Greg White, this is going to be very interesting, and we haven't got a clue what tyres people are on as well. I'm just going to run my race and see what happens. I'm just going to literally run the race and see what happens. Right, the chat is going quiet, and we are going to be going racing. Right, don't need to hold the brake for this. It's just a straightforward grid start, so don't make the mistake I made a moment ago. Let's go for this. As you can see, just floor it away from the line. Oh no, we've gone right out wide again. Oh, that was horrendous. Oh, it's all going wrong tonight. Oh, what, we go for a restart? What's I don't know what that was about. I don't know quite what that was about. The race director says restart. Let's just make sure we're on the right tyres. I've got to change the tyres again. So they are now changed. Let's just go to track to make sure. Yes, we are. So we're on the right tyres. Racing mediums. How are we doing? Cody, you can lay down. Lay down. Good evening, Danny P. Oh, Dean P. Sorry, Dean. I'm just reading. Still down there. Dean getting all that wrong. And Gamer Dan's just said why. Not quite sure why. I'm not going to worry about why. I want to get my head in the game. Get my head back in just to sort myself out here. Right, race is going to be begin in 8 seconds. Told you number one was on it tonight. This is hard work and frantic, especially when you've got Jack Kobe behind you. off it goes, car. Don't know if I'm going to keep this up, but this is why sometimes you let a quicker racer through. He's just a bit too far ahead of me now. I'm losing the benefit. Nearly off there. This is where your race engineer says, bring it home. Bag third. And the racer says, I'm going for it, because if you back off, that's when mistakes happen. And I'm going to shut up talking, because there is a podium at play here. It should be the final lap. Jack's 2.6 ahead of me. Wow. Right, we've got some work to do during the break. Oh, number one pops. I've quit. I'm going to watch it back. I feel like I was being slowed down. Ooh. That's not good. And that's really disappointing, because that was... Oh no, that's really disappointed me, because number one and I have been in such a battle. It was a very scuffy race, to be frank. The beginning of that race was difficult. There was a lot of bumping going on, I have to say. Well, you know, sometimes it does go that way. In championships, you know, when there's points on the line and you're getting towards the end of a championship and people are trying to make the additional place and races are running out, some people will go for it. Some people will push, and push hard. I've seen it time and time again. Elbow, even in the most respectful of lobbies, I've seen elbows coming out, because people just want to get that extra. It's like 1 or 2 points and I could move up in a position in the league. And especially when it's tight like it is. This league is really, or this championship is really tight at the top. I mean, really tight at the top. So much so, I'm eager for the results to come out each week to see who's at the top, because it could quite easily change. Pony Boy saying, Danny, Jacoby and me, well done, Welsh boy. Thank you. Rita, Welsh boy made it work so hard. Oh, that was so good fun. Right. We have done the racing hard. We've done the racing medium. We're now doing the racing soft. Oh, okay. Hang on a second. YouTube chat. Oh, do you want to do the honour of the Wheel of Names? Yeah. Of course I can. Absolutely. Bear with me a second. Oh, set this up earlier on. Do you just want me to spin a number? I'll spin a number, because I don't know all the names. I don't know what order they were in. So are you okay for me to spin a number, Hulky? Oh, it stays the same, I think. What a rubbish spin that was. What a rubbish spin. Number one. Number one. I could have done with that being a bit of a jumble. I don't think that's done me any favours. Same as it is now for the grid. What a rubbish spin. Sorry, guys. For all of those of you that were hoping to move up the grid, I apologise. So Gamer Dan and Welsh Boy would have been gagging for a change. They would have really been gagging for a change there. I think, but there we go. Oh. Do you know, I've drunk nearly a whole bottle of water. Nearly a whole bottle of water tonight. Let me just check I'm in the right tyres before I do anything else. I don't want to get caught out. Car settings, yeah, racing soft tyres. I'm sure they're the ones, I'm losing the plot a little bit. I'm sure they're the ones I'm supposed to be on. If not, I'm going to forfeit the race. Oof. Danny says you deserve well done for that spin. Actually, I think I got a podium, didn't I? Third, so I'm quite pleased with that too. If I'm perfectly honest, that was a good one for me. I don't know why I'm saying number one was awful. I think that's actually done me a bit of a favour. Right, I'm going to lose the chat for the moment, guys, because I am making a pretty big change to the car here for this one. A lot of you will notice there that I was on traction control 1. I'm doing that because Joanna and I are stressed up to the eyeballs at the moment with this house move. We're supposed to be moving next Friday and we haven't actually even exchanged yet, and so we're both getting stressed up to the eyeballs. It was supposed to happen today or tomorrow that we exchange. Then we've got to get everything collapsed and packed up and sorted out to move, fingers crossed, next Friday. We've also had to commit to the removal company, so that's a heck of a load of money for that Friday 27th, and we can't now cancel. If we cancel, we forfeit the whole of the removal money, which is only fair enough because they've got 4 guys on standby, and I've actually been racing like a plank recently because I'm not sleeping very well, if I'm honest. I don't think Jo is either. She's having massive flare-ups, which has got me worried as well. So, yeah. We'll see what we can do in this one. Oh, we've got a load of R's going up. Let me just throw up an R. Good luck, everybody. Yeah, so that's why I've got the old traction control on 1 at the moment. Just for that extra little bit of insurance, security, just reassurance. Just in case anything should go a little bit awry. It's probably going to be impeding my performance just a little bit, but I really, really, really don't care. I really don't care. All right, here we go. The last one of the night. Good luck, everybody. No. How much room do you have to give Jack Kobe on a corner? Answer, as little as possible. Done with bumping Greg there, leaving him in front, but we're not allowed to do that in this race. You need Greg in front of me. I know that sounds strange. That would really help me a lot. Problem is he's got cars right tight behind, and if I let Greg through, I'm going to let about half a dozen cars through, and that's not going to work for me. quick guys around me at the moment. Lead there. Gotta watch this front tyre now. Don't scrub it too much. Was that my mistake? No. I'm going to flip the lid up. Was that my mistake, guys? Should I be giving that place back? Somebody help me. I would have to go, and if I've got to take a penalty for it, I'll have to take a penalty for it. Hulky, that's maybe one you need to watch back later. Not seeing anything in the chat, so just going to have to hope that that was good. I was pretty sure that I was clear on the way into the corner, and it was mine. I couldn't even tell you who it was that was there. Hulky will check it. Good evening, telemetry. I'm not sure if that's third or not. I'm not sure. It might not be. It might not be. Whoever it was that I had the bump with, I'm really sorry. And unfortunately, I'm concentrating so much, I don't actually know who it was. I haven't got a clue who it was. I thought it was my corner, but there was definitely a bump. I haven't got a clue. Kobe way out front. Yeah, Ollie, I don't know if it is a P3. I don't know at the moment. I'm going to go and have a look in a moment. I don't even know what lap it was on. I don't know whether I cut somebody off or not. I'm getting lots of well dones from everybody, but I'm just not so sure that it's going to stay. Thank you, Hulky. Well, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant race. Absolutely fantastic. Really, really, really good. Let's just blind everybody for the moment. Just uploading the replays at the moment for Hulky. I don't know if he's able to save the replays by spectating, so I've saved them and shared them, so he's got access to all of them for his reviews. So I'm not sure who. Thank you, Dan. Oh, Terry, you missed a brilliant one. You missed a brilliant one. Where's Hulky? Wait, you can only save there. You can't watch it. Right, I'm going to come out. I'm just going to do a well done, everyone. Right, let's see if we can keep this. Let's see if we can keep this podium. I am so fingers crossed. 39 of you watching. If you haven't already, please hit the like button for this video. And if you know around here, please hit that subscribe button. It really will help me. And I'd love to get to 50 likes. I mean, 39 would really help. We could get 39 likes on the board at this precise moment. That would make my day. Absolutely make my day. I don't know how many likes are on there because I haven't been looking. Haven't got a clue. But there we go. Unfazed. How did your race go, my friend? How did your race go? He hit the subscribe button ages ago. Come on. How did it go with Engine Stig? I need to know. I need to know whether you got a podium or not. How come I got 2 branch hatch ones here? Did I save it twice? One's bigger than the other. I'm a bit confused. Quality P1, finish P2. Well done, my friend. I told you you'd get a podium. Well done. Well done. Welsh boy, I'm thinking of... I thought I was going to say, I'm thinking of unsubscribing. I thought it was going to be... He was going to say, I'm going to unsubscribe. Does anybody know which lap that was on? That little... It was towards the end, wasn't it? I can't even remember who I was racing. Anybody know where it was? Have I gone too far forwards? I might have gone too far forward, I think. But this is where I was mixing it with Jack Kobe. I was trying to go, who can go around the outside of Jack Kobe into turn 1? That's never going to happen, is it? I mean, come on. What am I even thinking of? Then I tried to do one up the inside of him around here. Then I thought I'd have a go down the inside here. I mean, visions of grandeur spring to mind, I think. 131's on me. I think I was on the softs on this one, Terry. I think I was on the soft tyres for this one. I'm on the wrong race. I'm on the wrong race. I'm on the wrong race. This is not the right race. We're on the wrong race. You just mentioned the tyres. I tell you what, I'm so tired and stressed with this. I know I keep saying it. The house move. I'm picking the wrong one. Of course, there's 3 races. We did 3 races. That's why I've got 3 branch hatches. So why did I pick the middle one? Yeah, I know, Terry. I'm just being a wally. Don't worry. Can we watch the first corner of the last race? From whose point of view, Jack Kobe? Whose point of view? Yeah, racing soft now. Oh, did I push Mr. Kobe off there? Oh, please don't say I did it again. I know it was tight. I knew it was tight. I thought I gave him enough room. I mean, look at this. We're right tight. I give him. I think I've given you a car's width there, haven't I? Am I inviting myself to penalty points here? I don't think I want to look at the replay anymore. I thought I was doing good. But it's Jack Kobe. I haven't wrecked his race. You're going to stay in front of the alien that is Jack Kobe. Hulky, you didn't see any of that. Nothing to see here. You didn't see any of that. You didn't see any of that. We didn't touch. He went off on his own. He went off on his own. I need a vote. Thumbs up for he went off on his own. Thumbs down for I pushed him off. We'll influence the stewards. Thing is, I'm up against people here that are so far out of my league. I mean, you saw how far ahead Danny C and Jack Kobe got, and I'm in the middle of these two. I am shooting way above my pay grade here, so far above my pay grade, and I'm trying to stay with Danny. I'm trying to keep Jack behind. My heart is going a million times to the dozen here. Rubbing his racing. Thankfully, Jack kept going. I think if Jack had gone in the gravel and I'd killed his race, I think Hulky would not have had a choice. But Jack's not scared. He's going to try it again. This time I thought, oh, I can't run Jack Kobe out wide again. Thought the best thing to do was drop in behind him and then just see if I can stay with him, because I did notice I got Greg White really tight behind me. And it was like, oh, now I'm in a Kobe White sandwich with Danny C out front. And you can see here, Greg White immediately going for a move up the inside. I thought, let's tough this up, tough this out, tough it out, tough it out. Greg gave me plenty of room on the outside there. I got a good run. Greg and I were practicing earlier on together, so I know how quick Greg is around here. Pony Boy followed through with the slipstream, and then I thought it's all like 3 wide through here. So Greg then does the switcheroo using the slipstream on me. He's got a brilliant overrun here, and I thought I'm going to have to let him go, but he broke early, so did I. I thought we both thought, oh, we're going to let each other go. That let Pony Boy right back into the mix again, and at this point I'm thinking, I can't be doing with this. I can't be doing this. This is too much. And you got Gamer Dan is right there as well. We just off the bat. We've got a 4-car train here. Was it Dan that I got into the fracas with, I wonder? It was my fault if it was. I think I chopped somebody's nose off. That's what I'm looking for, but I can't remember where it was. Terry says it was like it was kind of like it was punching the Hulk in the face. Completely ineffective. Oh, I was right off on that one. Oh, Gamer Dan gets off there as well. So that was where I let Greg White through, and then I had to try and shut the door on Pony Boy, but also going around the outside of Greg White. So I got the run down into here, and I thought, oh, I might be able to just hold this. Greg went a little bit wide. I was giving room. I think that was fair. Pony Boy couldn't quite get through. I mean, this is real elbows out racing. It's exhilarating. Absolutely exhilarating. I've got it on the gravel there, and then obviously Greg has got a run on me down through here, but he's got Pony Boy right tight behind. This is the move, I think, where Greg got it done. He went for the outside, he came up the inside. I had to hang on the brakes a little bit longer, and then he got a run on me. And I think as he came into this one, he went up the inside. No, it wasn't here. Okay, I thought it was. I thought that was where he got me. Oh, Greg goes out a little bit wide there. Pony Boy would have seen that. I've lost to the guys up front now. Danny and Jack Kobe have gone because I'm defending hard against these guys. Good night, Borky. Good night, my friend. Oh, that was where Pony Boy went up the inside of Greg, or a little bit of a nudge on the way through there. So Greg White's still going. So that's given me an opportunity just to stretch my legs just a little bit. But I'll tell you what, Pony Boy and Greg White are not going to stand for that. They're going to close up really quick. Pony Boy with a real late break into that one in a straight line. Holds Greg White behind him. Haven't got the deltas up on the information. It really annoys me with these replays. It'd be lovely to have the deltas. But Jacoby and Danny C out in front at the moment. For the minute, I was quite comfortable in third, and then decided to chuck it off the racing line onto the gravel. Pony Boy and Greg White with a little chuckle, and then Gamer Dan got onto the back of me now. And of course, I've got dirty tyres, which I'm trying to clean up, so I had to go a little bit more cautiously into there. A little bit of a brakes on the way through as well. This one, I was minded of the tyres being a little bit dirty too. I was finding that they were taking a good 2 or 3 corners to clean up tyres. I'm okay now, so I'm getting back onto the racing. But as you can see here, Gamer Dan is right there. He has got Welsh Boy right behind him as well, so we are in a 3-car battle here. But the stress, the panic, the stress. Gamer Dan tried to have a little look up there, but I broke it a little bit later, managed to get it slowed down. Boy, this is tough. This is tough watching it, let alone actually racing it. We've got Pony Boy and Greg White out front at the moment. Welsh Boy's looking for a nice little switch underneath. Can he get this one done going into here? Gamer Dan goes a tad defensive. I'm going defensive too. I'll check on the comms a little bit later on, Drat Fury. Gamer Dan getting right up onto the grass there. That's going to be a little bit dirty tyres. I've gone a bit deep through there again. Dan seemed to follow my line through there and got to a couple of tyres on the dirt. That's given Welsh Boy a run. And Welsh Boy slingshot this around the outside. If you're really, really good and you've got a very respectful person you're racing with, as these two are, you can get around the outside there. But you've got to be super duper 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 brave. So at the moment, these two are battling it out, and I think that is slowing them down just a tad. So not sure the issue that I got into. I'm in 5th at the moment, chasing down Greg White and Pony Boy. Pony Boy off on the grass there. Greg White will have seen that. Maybe he can get a run through here. I got quite a good run through there. Pony Boy all over the place with dirty tyres. Maybe it was Pony Boy that we got into an issue with. So we'll just stick with this at the moment. So I'm on the back of Pony Boy, Greg White just in front as well. I'm minded that we have dropped the guys behind. Pony Boy with dirty tyres again, and I'm thinking this one I've got to run up the inside. Had to back out of it. But then Pony Boy went a little bit deep. I got a good run. I took my normal line through here. That was okay. Pony Boy is quicker. Start of lap 9 risky. Thank you. So we were locked together for quite a while then. Good evening as well, by the way. Thank you for popping in. Oh, we got a run on Greg White. That's rare. That's rare. I have to say, the only thing I can say in my defence, sounds like I'm blowing my own trumpet here, I was driving out of my skin here. Full concentration, absolutely going through, because these guys, they're quick. They are very, very quick indeed. Hulky, if you're listening, I will catch up with you up via Discord. Just about one of the things that happened earlier on. I might decide, well, we'll have a chat about it. It's nothing negative to anybody else. It's just whether I forego a load of points out of sportsmanship. Pony Boy getting a run up the inside of Greg White. So these two are still battling, which is enabling me just to pull away ever so slightly. Greg White, can he get the switch back? Looks like Pony Boy's got that one done. So on lap 7, Pony Boy goes for the inside. I've gone really deep into that one, terribly deep. This was nervous because I knew I'd got the first corner wrong, which then normally I get the next couple wrong. And we got the hairpin bad. brakes, like, can we hold this together? So now I'm just trying to settle down, braking a little bit earlier to try and get on the power a little bit earlier and negate the slipstream down here. And I think I was actually keeping Ponyboy honest as we went down here. And Greg White is still in the mix. Welsh Boy's just off the back of this. I mean, Welsh Boy must have been loving watching this, the places that have changed. And I'm going to assume that, you know, that everybody on this race is absolutely on going for it. I don't think anybody is leaving anything on the table. But you can see there, Greg's two wheels on the grass through there. Trail braking like crazy through there, just trying to hold Ponyboy off. Ponyboy right behind. I mean, it's like 0.2 of a second, something like that at the moment. So I'm just trying to hit every braking point, every turning point, every acceleration point, and at the same time, I'm trying not to scrub my tyres too much. And also, I'm running with brake balance full to the rear that I'm not used to. So the car was feeling just a little bit lively in places. And I just did that to try and save the tyre wear on the back. Just, you can see I'm just closing the door on Ponyboy. I'm not quite covering the apexes well enough. Ponyboy is really giving me a lot of space and a lot of respect. So I salute you, my friend. Salute you, because you're up against somebody that isn't as clinical and isn't as good as you. Putting me under a lot of pressure, waiting for that intimidation pass. And he could quite easily send it up the inside on any of these corners and just sort of rub me a little bit wide, legally rub. Could easily do, could probably go around the outside here, I think, and get a switcheroo. So massive respect to Ponyboy, and also to Greg, that is sitting off at the back of this. Neither of these two have really tried anything like professional racing driver style to get past a wannabe like me. So we're on lap 8. I'm just trying to think about what we were learning earlier on today, thinking about what Jack Covey was saying to me about the apexes and accelerating. Just thinking about looking after the tyres, monitoring that left-hand front tyre. Whoa, look at this. Greg White getting back into the mix. So we're on to lap 9 now. And this is now where things start to hot up, because the two behind are like, okay, whoa, okay. Is that me? I need to know. I'm actually going for the move there. So I'm going for my normal line. So we're now into Vortex of Doom area. You know, I'm over looking for the apex. Ponyboy is slightly behind. The closing speed is massive. I mean, I'm doing 64 miles an hour. Ponyboy's doing nearly 10 miles an hour. 10 miles an hour quicker. So we get into the side. Ponyboy's deep on the brakes. I drifted. Oh, it wasn't. No. Jack, I'm phased. I'm never considering it to be an intentional. These guys, mega respectful. I've raced side by side with Ponyboy. I was worried that I'd taken his nose off. I'd taken his nose off and cut him off there. That I was worried about me. So it's Jack Fury says it broke a bit late. And Jack Covey's saying the move wasn't on. That's fine, that's good. I'm happy. Because I want to be able to race hard with the likes of Greg and Ponyboy and Welsh Boy one day, Jack Covey, and I've got to do these things. And Vortex of Doom is one of the things that I am being aware of, is not putting your car in that situation. Terry just saying, just shows how good you all are. You covered that well. I wouldn't say I'm that good. At this point, I'm literally just clinging on. Can you imagine somebody on the bottom of the top of the cliff clinging on with their fingertips for dear life? That's how I'm feeling at the moment. It really was. Heart was going. I mean, that front tyre on my car actually not looking too bad. The two cars behind in a similar situation. They're on racing soft, so I didn't even know that we were on the same tyres for this. Welsh boys on the same tyres. Game of Dan's on the mediums. He did really, really well, but all of us four are now on the racing soft tyres. Those of you that know the races here, I mean, there's 35 people watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't, because I think I've earned your like and your subscribe if you haven't already. For those of you that don't know, I'm a high B rank racer. In here, we've got A and A plus rank racers who are really good, that would normally be leading and standing. So for me to be leading this for so long and just trying to get every single braking point, every turning point, every acceleration point, and trying to defend at the same time, yes, I admit that Ponyboy and Greg have been in a race-long battle, and I think that's what saved me, to be honest. I think if there was a big accident now and one of those two was to break away and it was just one-on-one, they would get me every day of the week. But I think because they're defending and chasing, it's just giving me that little bit. So let's just bring this along, and Jack Kobe's saying go back to see it from my point of view. And again, I looked at the radar on the way in, so let's just go back. So this is from my point of view. Actually, let's do it. Got the wrong lap. So this is the view that I normally run in. I can see Ponyboy behind me, but a little bit wide. He's way behind. Oh, it wasn't that one. It's the next one. So we get a run down here, going defensive, then I moved over just to take the line through there. I think that was okay. So you're actually seeing what I can see now. I have got the radar on, although you can't see it. I am looking at the radar because I'm looking to see how I need to defend and where people are going. And at this point I thought he's so far back, about 0.3 on the on the little thing, and everybody says if you like 0.3, 0.4, then the corner's yours. But yeah, that was it. Again, absolutely no criticism on anybody. This is hard racing. But I looked in the mirror, I thought he's far enough to go back, went for the my normal line, and turned in. Oh, he said I did good not to go off. Normally I would have done, but the adrenaline was pumping. The adrenaline was pumping hard. And then just for the guys at the end, you see Jack Kobe running away, as he often does. He's God around here. So well done for Danny C for second. And there we go. Right. My question is, I guess, I don't know who is still kicking around. Does anybody out there want to do a Red Bull, or do we want to call it a night? Do we want to call it a night, or would you like me to open up a lobby? I can open it up as public if we want to practice some elbows out stuff. Let me know in the chat. It's 11:15. I am done in, completely done in. But I am happy to open one if you wish. I think we're at Red Bull Ring, aren't we, next? I think it's Red Bull. Red Bull Ring. I'll get shouted at if we're not. I'm really very disappointed. Oh, it's Sardegna. It's Sardegna. Yes, you're right, it is. It's Sardegna. Red Bull's going to be the last one. Not quite sure what Hulky's got in store for that. Could be very, very interesting. So it's Sardegna. Which one? Is it Sardegna C reverse? Let me just have a little look in the Discord. Where are we? Let's come out of there. One of you probably going to get there before me. Sardegna C reverse. I thought it would be. I love this race. I'm so disappointed that I'm not going to be doing this one. Oh, fiddlesticks. I've done it as... hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Yeah, I want to quit because I want to set this up as... Good evening, Jack. Drac, even. No, it's Drac staying. Jack is going. Get it right. Can't even read. Can't even read. Create new room. Load settings. That one. I'm going to set this one up as public. And we'll go for Sardegna C in reverse. I'm going to leave it as that. Yeah, what's the difference between race for fun and race for real? You can't change it once you've gone this far. Tell you what, I'm going to make a different change here. I am going to make a change. I'm going to go for... I'm going to fix the tyres to mediums. Faye says the difference, the word fun and the word real. Well, I can't change it now. It is what it is at the end of the day. But what an evening. What an evening. It was brilliant. I loved it. Really did love it. And can I just remind you that Hulky was streaming that. Also, Drac Fury was doing comms, which is streamed. And Unfazed was doing a endurance race, an hour-long race around Mount Panorama. He's streaming that. He was doing that with Indian Stig. And I'm hoping that all of those will be in our Discord. So Drac Fury was doing comms with Hulky. Oh, cool. Terry, I assume fun means that people aren't going to kick me if I make a mistake. If they kick you, mate, we'll kick them out. Welsh boy, I'll be watching Drax and Hulkies together later. Me too, me too. I usually go to sleep doing that, but I've also got Unfazed race to watch too. So quite a bit going on, quite a bit going on. I'm just taking a break for the minute, just while I check a few things, because I'm just whopped, completely whopped, if I'm honest. We're actually going to go and grab a cuppa. Yeah, so I'm just having a little bit of a break for the moment. Got my lucky Aston Martin on the windowsill. I've had that on the windowsill, I think, for each of the races so far. What an evening, though. These BTCC races are absolutely phenomenal. They're such good fun. Terry, I'm going to drop off and get a bit of racing to end my workday. I may jump in the lobby if I can and do my best. Terry, Come and race. I'll race with you. I'll push you. I'll follow you around. Come and jump in ours. It'll be good. You won't regret it. You won't regret it. So like I said, unfortunately, it looks like I won't be doing this one. I have got a reserve driver lined up. Okay, Terry. I'm going to wait for you. Cool beans. As soon as Terry's in, we'll get going. I'm so sad not to be doing this race because I do love it. Whoa! Did I come off the brakes a bit early? I think I did. I'll probably just do the one race, probably start around about 1:30, and I'll probably just do the one because I am. Now I've stopped racing seriously, and suddenly just hit me how tired you get after a race like that where you're concentrating like crazy. Wow, Welsh boy's done a 57.5. Good afternoon, Jason. You're in the right place, my friend. If you're in the lobby, you're in the right place. Oh, I'm not though. That was way too late on the brakes. How's Terry doing, I wonder? Of course, the one time I tried to come race, my PS5 is playing up. Stuttering, don't know what's wrong. Oh, that's not good. Should I go without you, my friend? Do you want me to wait, or should we go without you? I was going to try and start this one at past. Ooh. Okay. Jason, I thought you were in. I thought Jason was in. Right. I can't wait forever. What are you doing, Jason? Just realised I haven't got my gloves on. Well, I saw the car on the other side went and I reacted. Was that Welsh boy? I wonder. Might have been. Just saw at the corner of my eye, the silver car went. I thought, whoa, release the brakes. Adore this track in the GR4s. I'm secretly hoping next week gets cancelled. I probably shouldn't have said that out loud. Well, not cancelled, postponed. It's going to be such a shame to miss this one. But it is what it is. When I entered, I thought I'd be okay, but we had 1 week that we had to miss, or it was pushed back by a week or something, I think. I can't remember now. Something happened. Not sure. in the gravel. Going so well. As I said, I'm shattered. It never fails to amaze me how much those British Touring Car Championship races take out. I'm fine until the last one's finished. And it's just like, I just want to sleep. Sleep for a month. Gatey Blue is bitching about it. I think it was Welsh Boy. I had a phenomenal battle around Brands Hatch earlier on. Side by side through several corners that you would never have dreamt you could go side by side through. It was absolutely exhilarating. But to know the guys that I was racing with, and to know that they are respectful, that you can get away with that, it was just brilliant. Oh, got that wrong, got that so wrong. Oh, he's going to punish me now. Flows beautifully, this racetrack. It's going to be a great one for the BTCC next week. I think Hulky picked some brilliant tracks, phenomenal tracks. Welsh Boys in a right old battle with Gatey Blue, and I'm in a battle with Ollie at the moment. He's going to go up the inside. Going to try the old going down the outside jobby. Should give me the inside down the hill here. He's still there. Little tap to let me know that he's there. All fair. Did I take his nose off? Right there with me. We've got 4 cars, 2 battles. Big old puff of smoke up there. There's Ollie. I've had some brilliant battles with Ollie over the months. Ollie found us following a monumental battle that we had, where unfortunately I think I actually pushed him off track. I think he'd have told me where to go. We were having a mega side-by-side battle. Remember correctly, my memory is shot. guys know I can't remember one thing from one day to the next. What is going on up there? It's like a massive puff of smoke from one of the two cars up front. Oh, he's putting me under loads of pressure here. You look in the mirror and he looks like he's a million miles away. And if you look out the back window, you'll realise he's right there. That was a better exit for me on that occasion. I could do that every single time. Weirdly, the more pressure has been put on me tonight, the better I seem to have got. I can't understand why. Because normally, the more pressure these guys put me under, the worse I get. I love doing, sitting behind these quick lines and watching their lines, where they're braking, how they transition through the corners. I've been watching Ollie in the rear view mirror. It's so much easier to follow. And, one or two lines I've been watching Ollie, I've copied, and so much smoother through the corners. Oh, schnorbits. Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. That's the only problem with this view when you're tight up behind somebody. Completely messed my braking there. Hoping that was a no problem if he's listening to me on the screen. But just trying to learn from his lines from where he's braking. Probably it's this view, it's so high up. I much prefer to be down and in the action. In this view I feel sort of a little bit disjointed and a bit out of it, but as some people have said to me, you've got much more visibility when you're tucked up behind somebody. So you can watch for your braking points better, whereas when you're down low on that dial view, that people refer to as the bumper cam, I believe, it's so much more difficult to see sort of through and around the car in front where the braking zone is, and then you do get caught out. Come on. the other view. Let's see if I can get on the back of Ollie now. Hopefully we'll get another lap in. Gosh, that with about 2 seconds to spare. Oh no, we're on the grass. It's going to be dirty tyres. What a little tangle. What a little tussle. Love that. Ollie loved it. Loved it. Little wiggle on the line. Oh, lovely. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Hey, West Shore, thank you for popping in. Thank you for popping in, my friend. I'm trying. I am trying. I tell you what. Ollie, it was you and I where we had I ran you off the track. I think it was at Brands Hatch. We were absolutely going for it side by side by side. And I just went for it was in a daily race. And I had the opportunity, the only thing that I could do. Let me just say good night, guys. And I ran him off. And then I think I did get the pace back or something. And we went side by side by side by side. And I think we might have done another one where we were both in the same daily race. We went side by side by side by side. And then I think Ollie joined us. And I love racing with him. I mean, there's loads that I love racing here. But to be able just to do that, love it. You know, really going for it, really pushing hard. Yeah, I think it was the first time we met. I think it was. But I do love racing with you, mate. As do a lot of the PSR guys, in fact nearly all the PSR guys. They're a great bunch of guys to race with, and very often they make it very hard work, as you saw with the British touring cars earlier on. But I am shattered. I am going to call it a night. We'll be back with a public lobby tomorrow, unless I find that there are a lot of PSR racers that want to race tomorrow, in which case I will open it up as a private only lobby. We'll see. It was Watkins Glen and GT3 cars. It was after the bus shop chicane. You've got better memory than me, but I tell you, it was one heck of a race. I loved it, and it was absolutely brilliant. And joined, and I love racing with Ollie now. It's good. I love it. Right, guys, I am going to call it a night. Thank you ever so much to everybody that's raced with us this evening. Thank you so much for Hulky for hosting another wonderful British Touring Car Championships. Hopefully, I'll get to keep the places that I got this evening. One or two little incidents which Hulky will probably be looking at. Will they go my way? Will they not? Who knows? He's a steward. His decision. We shall see how we go. But hopefully we will get there and we'll keep it. And we'll be back tomorrow, as I said, with a lobby either 8 or 9 o'clock. Don't know which, because there's an awful lot going on around here at the moment with the house move and stuff. Tomorrow we can find out. Tomorrow is the day they're saying we are going to hear. So hopefully I'll have some good news for you when we join, and it will just be GR cars on multiple tracks tomorrow night. I might even throw it open to a winner picks so that we get some of your favorite races. How do we feel about that? Let me know in the Discord or let me know in the chat for this particular video. But thank you ever so much, everybody. I am going to call it a night because I'm rambling again. Have a great morning, night, evening, day, afternoon, whatever I've missed. Have a great one. I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye.